way of the word kid from Wimpy to where the Navy SEAL is. Chapter 10, Jiu-Jitsu. Today, Uncle Jake took me to my first Jiu-Jitsu class. It was at a place called Victory Mama. If you don't know it's it's mixed martial arts, and you don't know what it is when people on TV go on a cage and fight together, each other. I couldn't believe that what I'm getting into. I figured I was a dead man. When we walked to the Victory Mama man, it looked pretty cool, but also pretty scary. Their punching bag hanging around, 2 boxing rings, and fighting cage like the one on TV. And upstairs is a bunch of mats on the ground. And the whole floor was giant mat, and the walls have mats on them. Awesome. There are about 15 kids in Jiu-Jitsu class. Uncle Jake had picked out for me. They don't look too tall. They're all different sizes. Some bigger than me. Some smaller than me. The instruction didn't look like I thought he would. He was a big superhero-looking guy. In fact, he was not very tall. He looked like a normal man. He called me, "Get out of the mat. Get out there, kid," he said. And of course, you better listen. Uncle Jake was doing some paperwork. I figured I might well get out there. So he stepped into the mat and stopped. He yelled at me, "Take off your shoe, kid. No shoes on my mats." I sat down on a bench and took off my shoe. I walked on the mat. Everybody line up, the instruction said in stern voice. Take down time. Winners stay, losers out. 2 pairs get started. Who pairs of kid walked out into the mat. The rest of us lay on line on the mat wall. The coach started go, and then 2 pairs kid slapped hands and started fighting. They weren't punching each other. They're gripping each other's arms, grabbing wrists, pushing head, and suddenly one would shoot and grab the other kid's legs and slam him into the mat. I figured out quickly that was a takedown. Whoever gets taken down had to go to the end of the line. The kid took the other kid down got to stay and go against the next kid line. Soon it was my turn, and I was pretty nervous because I was going to against a kid that was smaller than me. I thought I could definitely take him down. I walked over and held my hand. The other kid, we shook hands. He said his name was Thor. I said, "Really?" He said, "That's your real name." He said, "Yes," again. The actual name was Thor. I told him my name was Marks. And now that we're face to face, he was even smaller than me than I thought. And and this small door from the comic book. Asked me if he was ready. I said yes. Then we slapped hands and started ready to fight. Before I knew it, I put his hand in my face, which kind of startled me and made me blink. In a split second, my eyes were closed. My blink was underneath me, grabbing my leg and launching me into the air. I took him about 1 second to slam me into the mat. And he was smaller than me. I got to the end of the line. The next kid I went with was bigger than me. He slapped hand, and this time I kept my hand on my head to keep him away from my face. He grabbed my wrist, started to pull it down toward the ground. I started to pull it back up. He let go and dove at my leg. Boom, and I was on the ground again. If being on your back, it's good. I'm doing great. The next round, Uncle Jake was watching. I got slammed again and again by a big kid, a little kid, and kid the same size as me. I even thought it was tough. I didn't like losing. It was awesome. These kids knows how to fight. They knew how to win. Even King Kenny would get slammed by these kids. And it's not because they're big or strong or fast. It's because they know something. They have learned this skill and they can use it. And this is something I can learn too. The next thing we did was called grappling. That means that once we're on the ground on the takedown, we have to try to fight on the ground, not with punch or kicks, with the wrestling moves. Something called jiu-jitsu. Wasn't like the other martial arts I've seen where people are standing and line kicking air. This was like real fighting. And the first thing that I learned was I didn't know anything about fighting. Once you got hit by the ground in jiu-jitsu, the other guy is trying to make you tap out, which means give up. They would grab my arm or wrist or shoulder or my shoulder and move it to a place where it wasn't supposed to go. It would hurt just a little bit, and I would tap out, and they would let me go. I couldn't believe how good they are. I couldn't believe even a little kid can usually make me tap out. And once again, it was just because I have no legs. Like I learned jiu-jitsu. And now they can win the fight against a bigger kid. This is exactly what I needed to stand to Kenny. So my first night of jiu-jitsu was homely and stressful, kind of painful and embarrassing, and life I learned a skill that would give me the ability to defend and defend myself and my friend from the guys like Ken and freeing them. Thanks for watching. Bye.